Have you ever had difficulty in your life making decisions? I know I have. Life can be quite an interesting, fascinating, and challenging opportunity to demonstrate what it means to live in one of these bodies, to be a unique human being. And I didn't know, I didn't know the depth of the potential within me or the nuance of the gradients within my being. The way that I am this way and not that way, but I'm this way and not that way. That's what makes us different as people. We all have a unique individual design. For the longest time in my life, I was using my mind to make decisions for me. I allowed a force within me that is not an expression of my unique potential to actually override the unique energy in my life. I allowed my mind to make decisions for my body. Now, on a fundamental level, this is abuse. This is like somebody taking a knife and every time you allow your mind to make a decision for your body. It's not good. It's not wonderful. And that's why we suffer. Suffering is entirely optional in this life. Pain is necessary. Pain and pleasure, they're a beautiful duality. They exist. There's no getting out of it. But suffering? Buddha, he awoke in a seven-centered vehicle. He was a lesser human than you and I. And he woke up in one of those bodies. And he was like, man, this sucks. This is terrible. This is just suffering. That's all we can do is just suffer in this place. And that's where Buddhism came from. It came out of that realization that for the seven-centered being, there was no true, real bliss unless you were born that way. And for us nine-centered humans, it is just simply not the case. We were born enlightened, perfect, complete, and whole. And so when it comes to making decisions as that unique manifestation of genetic creativity, I rely upon my type strategy and inner authority. You see, as a generator, my strategy is to respond in life. If my mind were to find something it likes, it is turned on by, and it wants to do, I go, okay, mind, thank you for that input. I enjoy your perspective. And I continue doing what it is my body is doing. I don't allow my mind to override my body and take over. And sometimes the body wakes up and it's like, whoa, yeah, mind, we like that. And it happens. Ideally, it's out of response to something being brought into my aura. You see, as a generator, I have an attractive and enveloping aura. The aura of a generator kind of absorbs everything into its space. It envelops it into itself. And what is within its aura is primed to be responded to. But things outside of its space have no meaning to the generator. You see, the generator is operating in response to what is being brought to it, at least from the genetic perspective of the purpose of a generator. And my authority, my inner authority, is the solar plexus. Now, we actually dumb this down and call it the emotions. The solar plexus is so much more than the emotions. The solar plexus, this is our solar system, our solar cell is everything, and the solar plexus within us is the very center of that. It is the informational hub of all awareness. And evolutionarily, this is very fascinating because we came from splenic awareness, which was rooted in existential survival. This is where intuition comes from. And over time, we moved north. We moved up into the mind, into the Anja center. And in this place, we created language and concepts, communication, tools, weapons, all kinds of things. We created society. But then 1781 happened, the first projector was born, and the nine-centered process began. With this, the awareness of the solar plexus began. It's only just emerging. You see, for our life up until now, in this interregnum phase, the solar plexus and our emotions have merely been a motor driving action in the world, a blind motor that doesn't know, it's not aware, it's just driving action based on emotions. But what makes the future human is emotional awareness. You see, what was once driving our actions with blind force, little by little over time now is beginning to become self-aware. And that true emotional awareness is absolutely transcendent, something some of the old teachers tapped upon, and something we can begin to experience directly as a nine-centered human by following our type strategy and inner authority. Allows us to operate correctly in this life and make decisions as ourselves. You know, the mind is not connected to unique potential. The mind is connected to logic and opinions and ideas. And these are beautiful things, you know. They're wonderful things to share with other people. They can be very inspiring. And if you enjoy any of this, if you'd like to learn more, you can always reach out. I am available for support. That is my purpose here, is to support the individual in realizing themselves. After I realized myself, now I can finally share the good word, good news that, hey, you're perfect, you're beautiful. Allow me to show you how. Peace.